One of the things that I've come to believe is that some places leave a mark, a gaping wound you'll feel forever and yet never again, and find that it has little to do with that particular city, but instead, it is you, stepping into the discomfort of the unknown while the city watches. This is a story of my time in Hanoi.
Well, hello and welcome to the lovely city of Hanoi. It's my first time ever in Vietnam and also my first ever Southeast Asian country that's outside of my own, which is so exciting. At this point, I've been in the Philippines for 5 months now, a very long time. I figured I should probably tick off one other country while I was here, and it's so cheap and so easy to get to, and what other place to go to than Vietnam? I wish it was a conscious decision for me to go here, but in reality, I kind of just did a roulette and tried to find out what was the cheapest flights and where I can get the cheapest accommodations. And so I guess that's going to be a recurring theme in these videos, is just how little I knew about Vietnam before coming in. But as I did my research, I just fell in love with the country and I got so excited to see all the sights, eat all the Vietnamese food, and just soak up as much as I can of this beautiful country. And I am traveling solo for the next 12 days, hitting up spots in northern and central Vietnam, and it is a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. It's my first time solo traveling in Asia, but I already know that I'm gonna have a fantastic time. I'm already claiming it. And if you ever needed a little nudge, a little sign to travel solo, this is it. Do it, because it is so fun and so life-changing, and you just get to learn so much about yourself in the process. Okay, one thing about me is that I will walk however many meters needed to get to a pedestrian lane. Not because I'm a law-abiding citizen, which I am, but because I'm such a baby when it comes to crossing. And crossing here in Vietnam is a nightmare, to say the least. I know you're supposed to just keep walking straight. No sudden movements, no stops, and the traffic will weave its way around you, but my body just doesn't believe it. And so I have been trying to squeeze into these super tight sidewalks and trying to avoid crossing as much as I can, but I know I'll have to conquer it sometime, and sometime soon. After walking for 20 minutes when Google Maps said it was only supposed to be 10, I finally made it to Pho 10, I think, and I'm finally about to have my first bowl of pho in Vietnam. Tasted so good. It was so fresh and so filling. There was so much and I really liked it. Although I do have to admit that that was probably just my second or third bowl and so I might not be the best gauge on what a spectacular bowl is supposed to taste like, but I really liked it. And from what I heard, locals and tourists love this place, and so there was a lot of people. At one point I had to sit right next to other people. Right now it's raining like crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna get back to my Airbnb. So yeah, wish me good luck. I need to find an umbrella because I don't have one.
Cái vé là bao tiền?
Em xem cái chiều ngắn nhất nhé, ngắn nhất là 6 tiếng. Đấy, cái chiều ngắn nhất nhé. Trên tên airline bay.
What is that sound? Oh my gosh. I started a fitness routine a few months ago, which I'm so proud of, and I figured I wanted to incorporate some of that into my trip, but unfortunately the Hanoi leg has been very short, and so I don't really have time to hit up the gym. But there is this really beautiful and historic lake called Hoan Kiem, which is very close to the old quarter and is exactly a mile long, and so it's a local favorite to do some workout, stroll, and enjoy the sights. And I'm really excited because I'm rarely ever up this time in the morning, and so it's really cool to see the city as it's waking up, although I'm pretty sure everybody is awake already, as I can see from the window. And I'm in no means a running person, but this should be a fun little adventure and a great way to check off this spot from my list. There is nothing like getting your heart rate up early in the morning by crossing these streets. Help! Okay, before I start my run, I got myself a coffee butter roll from King Roti, and I love anything coffee flavored. I love coffee ice cream, coffee bread, and so I'm really excited to try this out. Apparently this is one of the best desserts to get here in Hanoi, and it came straight out of the oven. I saw them as they were taking it out of the oven and putting it in my bag. It smells amazing, and I'm really excited to try it out. Okay, here we go. I was so surprised how soft that was. I don't know, you can see. It just melts in your mouth. It's amazing. Thank you. Alright, I took a little nap after my jog and now I'm out just in time for lunch. I'm about to have my first banh mi here in Vietnam and I'm going to Banh Mi 25. I heard it's really good there, but I don't know. I don't know much about banh mi. I probably have had it once or twice. And what can I say? I don't really have a lot of Vietnamese food, which is definitely going to change because everything I've had has been amazing so far. I am back in the Airbnb and the banh mi place was less than 5 minutes away from here, and I know I'm back so sudden, right? And I'm still debating whether I should share this or not because it might be a lot of information that is a little bit personal, but I never want to downplay or misrepresent my time and my experiences. So I think for the past few years now, I've been extremely prone to overstimulation. The triggers are usually, crowds and loud sounds, and Hanoi has just been an abundance of both. And add the safety factor of crossing the streets, you just have to be hyper vigilant and kind of processing all this information all at once. And so I have been very overstimulated in this country, and again, it has nothing to do with the city. The city is the city and it does what it needs to do. It's just me, and I constantly feel like having to go back to kind of like a safe space. And so I'm back here and trying to calm down a little bit before I can go back out again. And it's definitely a struggle. I would say that I don't really get overstimulated during my trips that often, but when I do, it's debilitating. And my plan of attack for today is resting for a little bit. So it's currently 8:45 at night and the train was supposed to come at 8:30. Although from what I read, the train rarely ever comes on time, so just really important to know that. But it's okay because I am sitting here with my bowl of pho, my shake, and just having a good time. It is so beautiful, the lights, the lanterns, and the neon signs. It just makes for such a magical, beautiful alleyway. And all these people here with me are also waiting for the train, which makes me feel like we're all 10-year-olds. And it's a lot of people, but it's a manageable amount for me. And so I'm really, really happy I decided to come back out. It's currently my last day in Hanoi, and because yesterday I was just so overwhelmed by everything, I decided to go with a tour company today to make it a little bit more manageable. And I decided to go with this company called Crossing Vietnam, and they offer a half-day city tour for 4 hours, and the guide takes you around some of the best spots here in Hanoi. And it's really exciting because it also comes with Adobe rental, which is the traditional Vietnamese clothing, and I'm so excited to be able to see as much as I can. I do have a little bit of time before that, and so I'm heading over to Temple of Literature to explore that. highly recommend getting the audio guide for the Temple of Literature just because there's just so much information. It costs about 100,000 Vietnamese dong, which is on top of the 70,000 entrance fee. And I thought it was really well worth the money because I would not have been able to get this information myself. I believe there's also an option of downloading an app on your phone, but I didn't have my headphones on me, so this was the best thing for me to do. And I think you definitely can explore this place for about an hour minimum. And obviously if you have more time, that's even better, but I think that's a good amount of time to be able to see the sites and learn about the history and take in the place.
So, my name is Dan, right? I'm being a tour guide in the Star Tour today, right? On the scooter here. And our first stop is going to be the Saint Joseph Cathedral, right? Which is going to be like one of the most attractive sightseeing in Hanoi. So, if you're ready, let's do it right now. Yeah, safety first. Yes. So,
French Quarter and Old Quarter. I see.
Right,
and this is the division, right here. Okay.
Yeah. Now, next stop is gonna be one of the first newspaper in Vietnam, the Hanoi newspaper, right? Also have a pretty French architecture over there. So let's do it. Now, let's head to one more beautiful sightseeing route, which is created by French, right? The Hanoi Opera House, and see the real French Quarter, right, in Hanoi. Let's do it. When the French start building this, they actually told that they want to spread their culture, right, to Vietnamese people, the opera, right? Because in the past, we don't really know what this opera means. However, after finish building it, none of Vietnamese people are allowed to get inside for sure, right?
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, after all the sightseeing, right, we will head to something crazy, right? Something really, really crazy. And I will let you see how crazy Hanoi can be. So, Train Street, next stop.
This is salt coffee and I'm really excited. I love caramel macchiato, and my wonderful guide over here says that it should taste just like it, but a little stronger. So let's try it out. Ooh, spot on.
On the Train Street.
Oh my gosh! Oh, so this is the one that you put over there. Oh, that's so cool. So this is the beer cap, right?
Yeah, beer cap.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So, about the bridge here, right? This is actually the oldest French bridge in Vietnam. Actually, it was built like in 1899. So it's nearly like 135 years old already. And the bridge here, right, is actually the only connection between the rural and the urban area of Hanoi in the past. The story is about like the northern people fight against the American, right? And they did throw more than few thousand bombs over the bridge here, right? Just to destroy and cut our connection. That's why now it's missing. And now, you know what we're gonna do crazy?
Yes.
So, you see in the middle is a train track, right?
Okay.
It still run every day. We still got the train here. This is the train you got from the other train street.
Right.
And the crazy thing is that we're gonna climb in the middle of it and take a picture. So let's do it. Up. Just over here.
Great.
That's right. Right over there in the middle. Lovely, lady, lovely.
What am I doing here? So crazy! I'm in the middle of an active train route.
And now now we're gonna head to our last stop, right? Ngoc Pagoda. Let's go. A lotus, right? It's actually a very beautiful flower, right? But it starts from the really dirty water like this, right? Right from really dirty water like this. Exactly similar to Vietnam. Been through a lot of wars, but then we're still growing up, we're still developing, and become a beautiful country like this.
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
that's why, right? Maybe most related to you, right?
Okay. Cost is wasting time on traveling for fun.
Yeah.
Effect is brings mobility problems when blessing ends.
See?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah.
So before we ended our time, I wanted to ask Dan, what were the 3 things that you have to do and 3 things that you have to eat if you only had one day in Hanoi?
Alright, oh good. The Temple of Literature, that first one, right? Amazing place for sure, right?
Loved it.
The first Vietnamese university. And then secondly, don't miss out our history with the parallel prison, right? That's also crazy one, right? You can see more precisely about our history. And last but not least, train street, right? Let's do something crazy for the part of food, right? Pho, amazing one, right?
Amazing, I love
our
it.
noodle soup, right? One of the best. Don't left our banh mi, right? Really typical, but it's typical, amazing fast food. One, the last thing, right? What do I think you guys never heard about, right? Before, that you guys definitely should try our ice cream.
Ice cream!
Yes!
Wow!
Ice cream with sticky rice. Let's do it for sure.
Sounds amazing. Again, the company is Crossing Vietnam. Ask for Dan. He is probably the best tour guide I've ever had, and it has been amazing. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Thank
right?
you.
Right. See you guys.
All right,
Bye.
see you later. Bye. Thank you. That was such a cute little show. I loved it so much. And I definitely highly recommend getting the very first seats in the front row if you can, because I watched it and I still don't know how they did it. So I feel like it keeps some of the mystery. And also definitely get the audio guide because it's purely in Vietnamese, and so you get a lot more context on what's going on. So right now I am absolutely starving, and so it's time to grab some bún chả, which is a northern Vietnamese specialty, which I think originated here in Hanoi, and I've actually never had it before, so I'm super excited about that. And the weather is a little chilly and just like the perfect soup weather, so let's go. Thank you. Thank you. And mix. Okay. Oh, and then you eat it like that.
Yes, mix.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The lady was so nice to show me exactly how to eat bún chả, which was perfect because I obviously don't know how to do it. But I'm really excited. It smells so good. It smells a little charcoaly.
I feel a little bit Dutch. This DNA test, most
that's amazing.
Dutch than any, I don't know.
I wasn't expecting it to taste so sweet.
80-year-old wars.
It's perfect for a cold, chilly night like this. Amazing.
Beyond gravel, beyond all.
I didn't think I was a coconut ice cream person before this. I am forever changed. Oh my gosh. It's so refreshing and so light. So if you're ever in Hanoi for the weekend, they close the streets right by Hoan Lake. And so this whole entire thing just becomes just for the pedestrians. And it definitely changes the vibe. I'm not fearing for my life. And it's just a nice chill time. Right now I'm heading to have my first egg coffee of the trip. I know, I don't know why it took me this long to try it, but I'm really excited. This place was recommended by my guide and I have extremely high hopes for it. I hope I like it. And if not, still a good experience. So this was my very first cup of egg coffee, which tasted amazing, by the way. The top layer of the egg was so light and frothy and so sweet and definitely did not taste eggy at all. And then you get to the coffee part, which is so bitter and it feels like a punch in the gut. And they both just work so well together. And I think it's also mostly lactose free, although I believe there might be a little bit of condensed milk in there, I'm not sure. But it's a win for lactose intolerant girlies like me. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. It's so cool and it's so simple too. It's literally just a bunch of people flying their kites, some kids blowing their bubbles. It just feels like such a magical moment to be in. And honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better way to end my time here in Hanoi. I don't know, I'm just gonna soak in this moment for a little bit longer. But yeah, thanks for coming along on this vlog and I'll see you on the next part of my Vietnam trip. Alright, bye, good night.